Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Why I Love Jewish, Klezmer in Quarantine, Yiddish Tangos, featuring Maestro Aaron Kula, the Klezmer Company Jazz Orchestra. Bravo, bravo, ladies and gentlemen, the Klezmer Company Jazz Orchestra, Maestro Aaron Kula, Phil Hinton on the piano, Jose Guedes on the violin, Gary Thomas on the bass. And I am your host this evening. My name is Avi Hoffman, the founder and CEO of Why I Love Jewish. And we're very proud to come to you live from the Beifeld Auditorium at the beautiful Levis JCC in South Palm Beach County in Boca Raton. Tonight we are going to bring you Yiddish tangos, and our first number is called Mein Teire, my dear, my love, Ich hab dich lieb, I love you so much. Mein Teire, ich hab dich lieb, mit all Liebe göttlich rein. In mein Herz erklär ich dir, heilig, schwer ich dir soll die ganze Welt sein. Mein Leben hat euch gescheint, mit Levone schöner Preis. hast Fried mir gebracht. Ich darf mit keiner Schiere, wo's teugt mir Reichtum Geld. In Hure mehr kleine Tieres, noch dort herrscht das Glück von der Welt. Mein Teier, ich hab dich lieb, jeden Tag und jeder Show. Und keinen größere Freude, bessere ist für uns nicht nur. My darling, I love you. With a love that is so pure. My heart declares and swears that my love for you is endless. I would give you my life while the moon is shining bright and all of our dreams are so beautiful together. Ich darf mit keiner Schiere, wo's teugt mir Reichtum Geld. In Uhren wer kleine Tieres, noch dort herrscht das Glück von der Welt. Mein Teier, ich hab dich lieb, jeden Tag und jeder Show. Und kein äußeres größere, Frieden bessere ist für uns nicht da. Ole! Thank you so much, all of you. I know there are hundreds of you out there that are watching this evening. This is a very special performance, specifically for members of the JCCs of South Florida. We welcome you, and this is exclusively for you in this wonderful new concept of us bringing programming directly into your computer. Our next song is a very, very famous song written by one of the greatest Yiddish composers, Alexander Olshanetsky, and it's called Ich hab dich zu viel lieb. I love you much too much. Ich bin a Zind allein geblieben mit mein Bänkschaft, mit mein Weh. Ich hab die Korten abgeklebt und ich riech mein Glück in es Sie hat mich verbitten, für Zweiter. Mein große Liebe kann sie nicht verstehen. Mit jener zu der Gruppe geht sie und ich bleib elend und allein. Nur welche darf die Korten haben, siehst hab ich gewahrt, gegart. Mein Jugend ist doch schon verdroben. Mein Masel hat mich abgenagt. Ich hab dich zu viel lieb. Ich trug auf dich kein Hass. Ich hab dich zu viel lieb. Zu sein auf dir in Krass. Ich hab dich zu viel lieb. Zu sein auf dir Gorbet. Anar ich heiß, ich weiß, ich hab dich lieb. Ich hab dir mein Leben weggegeben, meine Herz und meine Schone. Ich bin krank, nur mein Gedanke nicht von mir komme. Ich hab dich zu viel lieb, zu sein auf dir Goldbein. Anar ich heiß, ich weiß, ich hab dich lieb. Ole! Ich trug auf dir kein Hass, ich hab dich zu viel lieb, zu sein auf dir im Gas. Ich hab dich zu viel lieb, zu sein auf dir Goldbeis. Anar ich heiß, ich weiß, ich hab dich lieb. Ich hab dir mein Leben weggegeben, mein Herz und meine Schone. Ich bin krank, nur mein Gedanke nicht von ne komme. Ich hab dich zu viel lieb, zu sein auf dir Goldbeis. Anar ich weiß, ich hab dich lieb. Thank you so much. Thank you. This next song is maybe one of the most famous Yiddish songs ever written. Most of you out there know it. Most of you have probably sung it, because this may be the all-time favorite Yiddish song dedicated, and I dedicate this particular performance to my Yiddish mame and to all of your Yiddish mames. This song has been sung in the Yiddish repertoire by Jewish and non-Jewish singers ever since 1925. But we're going to do it as a tango, a Yiddish mame. Ich will bei euch a Kasche fragen, sucht mir wer es kennt. Mit welche teure Vermengs bench Gott alle men. Men Men kauft es nicht für kein Geld, das gibt mir nur süß. Und doch als man verliert das, wie viel Tränen man vergießt. A zweite gibt man keinem nicht, es hilft nicht kein Gewinn. Oi, wer es hat verloren, der weiß schon, was ich mein. A jiddische Mame, nicht tu kein besseres auf der Welt. Mein jiddische Mame, oi wie bitter, wenn sie fällt. Wie schön und lichtig ist ein Haus, wenn die Mame steht. Wie teurig finster wird, wenn Gott nimmt ihr euch eure Babon. In Wasser und Feuer wird sie gelaufen vor ihr Kind. Nicht halten ihr Teier, das ist gewiss die größte Sinn. Oi, wie glücklich und reich ist der Mensch, was hat, als schöne Matone, Geschenk von Gott, als teure jiddische Mame, My Yiddish mama, there's nothing better in the world. Oh, my Yiddish mama. How bitter life is when she's not there. The house is always bright and beautiful when she's around. And how sad and dark life gets when God takes her to be with her. In Wasser und Feuer wird sie gelaufen vor ihr Kind. Nicht halten ihr Teier, das ist gewiss die größte Sinn. Oi, wie glücklich und reich ist der Mensch, was hat, als schöne Matone, geschenkt von Gott, als teure jiddische Mame. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Maestro Aaron Kula will introduce the next fascinating number.
We're going to do an unusual number that was found in a book of international Klezmer melodies. The Klezmer melody is called Turkish Rondo, written in 1910 by Kretzlin. And this is an unknown composer, but wrote lots of Jewish melodies. And we're going to play that melody that features our violinist, Jose. And we hope you enjoy Turkish Rondo a la Yiddish tango.
A Turkish tango and a habanera, right? It's a mix, a very interesting mix of styles. Our next number is very special for me because Aaron Kula, who I've known for several years, invited me to participate in this concert many, many years ago. And he taught me all these amazing songs that I had never heard before. And especially this particular number. We've traveled all over the world performing this music. And now we're here with you. This particular song I find so magnificent for so many reasons. It's called Liebe, which means love. And the music is written by the great Abe Elstein, one of the greatest Yiddish composers of all time. But what shocked me was the lyrics were actually written by maybe one of the most beloved of Yiddish theater performers, actresses, Yiddish film actresses. She wrote the lyrics, she sang the song, the great Molly Pecan in Liebe. Auf Herzen schwer, aushalten kann ich nicht mehr. Gott ist mutschit und es zieht doch, ist es also gut. Liebe, wer hat dich ausgetracht, Liebe? Von was bist du gemacht, jedes Glied? Es zieht und bricht, fahre dich. Du kriegst den Hals herein, Liebe, verdrehst den Kopf wie Wein, jeder gar, und hofft und wart auf dich. Meine weiß nicht, wenn du kommst zu gehen, du gammst sich herein. Später hebt man an zu sehen, als es schwer und dir zu sein. Liebe, bist du wie ein Kindertroll, Liebe, bist wie ein leichter Scheun, a Ganet, is die Liebe noch. love, where did you come from? Oh, love, what are you made of? My every muscle burns for you. Love, you're in my heart. Oh, love, you make me feel drunk. Everyone hopes and waits for you. Men weiß nicht, wenn du kommst zu gehen. Du gambest sich herein, später hätten uns zu sehen, als es schwer und dir zu sein. Liebe, bist du wie ein Kindertreu, Liebe, bist du wie ein leichter Scheun, a Ganet, para jeden ist die Liebe da. I love you so much. And we do. We love you. We love you for watching us tonight. We love you for staying safe in your homes. And we love you for joining us here for Klezmer in Quarantine Yiddish Tangos. Aaron, would you like to tell them about the next number, please?
Well, Klezmer music and Yiddish music and tangos, they're all kind of mixed up and they come from all over the world. Even tango isn't really Argentinian, but it's African. But as melodies and rhythms travel, they start blending and mixing with many different cultures. So we have a Romanian Freilich in front of us, but we're going to play it in an Argentinian tango style. This is just a standard, regular Sherila Freilich. A la tango.
Beautiful. A Freilach, which means joyful, happiness. And we have to be happy. These are times where we must be happy. And so one of the songs that Aaron introduced me to was actually quite surprising. It's an Israeli love song tango that wasn't written until 1962. The music is by Abe Elstein, the great Yiddish composer, and the Yiddish words are by Aliza Greenblatt, and the Hebrew words, because this one is not only in Yiddish, it's also in Hebrew. The Hebrew words are by Tzvi Stuck. The song is called Chavivale, which means little dear. She's so darling and dear. And so in a little settlement in the Negev in Israel lives a lovely girl, pretty as the whole wide world. Her name is Chavivale, and she's building a little house, and she is weaving a beautiful love nest. Chavivale, do you know how much I love you? Chavivale, I will always be waiting at your door. In Negev, in a Beidale, dorten wohnt a Mädale, schön ist sie wie die ganze Welt. Ihr Namen ist Chavivale, beut sie a Stiebale, von Liebe wird sie dorten ihr gezählt. Chaviva, Chaviva, Chavivale, ze weißt ja, sie hab dich so lieb. Chaviva, Chaviva, Chavivale, bewachen will ich ständig bei dein Stiel. Ah, Chavivale, ze weißt ja, sie hab dich so lieb. Chaviva, Chaviva, Chavivale, bewachen will ich ständig bei dein Stiel. Oile! עכשיו בעברית בנגב תוך סוכה קטנה שם גרה ילדה קטנה כה יפה בריאה היא חכמה חביבה הוא השם שלה היא בונה שם בית לה מאהבה הורגת אוהלה חביבה 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 לב אך כמה אני אוהב אותה חביבה, חביבה, חביבה לב תמיד ליד ביתך אחכה לה חביבה לב צבייס ליד יכולתך עזוי לי חביבה, חביבה, חביבה לב Wachen will ich ständig bei dein Stief. Oh, Chavivale. So we're taking you on an international trip of Yiddish and a little bit of Hebrew and tangos. And that's what I love so much about being Jewish, and especially about the Yiddish world. 1,000 years of Yiddish culture, Yiddish language, Yiddish music, Yiddish literature, and so many different styles because Yiddish was everywhere. Every country in the world you could find Yiddish, and to this day there is Yiddish almost everywhere. And so it's amazing for me to learn from people like the great HANUKKAH here about these wonderful new styles of Yiddishkeit, which I didn't know when I was growing up in New York, in the Bronx, in the Yiddish theater. You know, I knew Molly Pecan, but I didn't know Chavivale, and I didn't know Liba, and I didn't know that Yiddish could be a tango. Now, of course, one of the most famous Yiddish songs in the world is a song that most of you out there probably know, probably have heard. The music is by the great Sholem Sekunda, also one of the greatest Yiddish theater composers. The words by Anshel Shore, and this song was written in 1927. And it's all about my Yiddish girl, mein Yiddische Mädel. And everybody in the world knows that the Yiddische Mädel, the Jewish girls, the Yiddish girls, are the most beautiful, the most charming, and the best. Vorhin viel hab ich gesehen, bei jedem Volk sind sie verschieden. Keine ist nicht das so schön, wie die Vorhin bei ihnen. Ein jüdische Mädel mit ihr Blick verkischt blau in ganzen Dir, in Gestino, oi wir hat Kick, fühlst die a jüdischen Tag in sich. Mein jüdische Mädel, sie ist so schön. Mein jüdische Mädel mit ihr jüdischen Heim, für Gold ihre Haare, die Zähne wie Perla, noch ein jüdische Mädel kann sein so schön. Ihre Wettfahrmillionen bei anderen Nationen nicht gefunden am Mädel, mit ein jüdischen Fein. Oi weh, my Yiddish Mädel is so beautiful. My Yiddish Mädel with her Yiddish charm. Her hair is like gold. Her teeth are like pearls. Only a Yiddish Mädel can be so beautiful. Ihre Wettfahrmillionen bei anderen Nationen nicht gefunden am Mädel mit der jüdischen Chai. Beautiful. Mein Yiddische Mädel. You know, and the last few sentences that I didn't translate earlier says, you would it would take millions to find in other nations such a beautiful girl as my Yiddische Mädel with her Yiddish charm. And so, from our Yiddische Mädel, which is a dream if you can find one.
It's a dream if you can find one.
That's right. And so we're going to go to the next number, which is all about a dream. And it's a very unique number, right, Aaron?
This particular piece is in the style of a Viennese waltz, but it was written by Joseph Rumshinsky, and Rumshinsky was a very famous Yiddish composer that lived in the first half of the 20th century and wrote for the Yiddish theater. He wrote for chazanim. He wrote for choirs. He wrote all sorts of songs that were very famous, and he wrote songs that were secular. But he also wrote operettas. He was a very famous Yiddish operetta composer. And this next piece is from one of his obscure operettas, just called Life's Dream. And a lot of the Yiddish composers wanted their music to be accepted worldwide by everybody. So they wrote in the style of other famous composers or even classical composers. So this is really, in a way, a klezmer piece because it would have been played in a Yiddish operetta, but it's in the style of a Viennese waltz. Life's Dream by Joseph Rumshinsky, written in 1907.
Wow. Is a dream. And interestingly enough, this next song is a very famous Yiddish song, also written by Joseph Rumshinsky. And so, again, you know, I find fascinating how the music of that period and the, you know, whether it's from the late 1800s all the way through the 20s, 30s, and 40s, the Yiddish composers and the Yiddish lyricists were trying to adapt and find their way in the rest of the world. And so they started adapting styles that belonged to others. And so these tangos were born. You know, before we go on, I just want to explain how we got here. When COVID hit, Aaron and I had scheduled with Yiddish tangos. We must have had about 15 concerts already scheduled, which all got canceled. And like everyone else, we were forced into our homes and into social distancing, as we are here today. And we even have a couple of masks on. And I have mine here. I even have my NYC crotch mask, which is a whole story in itself, which I won't tell now. but it is fascinating. In any event, Aaron and I decided we wanted to try to do something that, in the age of COVID, that was socially distanced, and so we came to my house, and we did a concert, socially distanced, in my living room, of Yiddish tangos. And we just put it on Facebook Live. And that little concert that we did on a whim ended up getting over 120,000 views.
Amazing.
And that made us realize that there is an enormous market out there of people sitting at home wanting to hear a little bit of Yiddishkeit, a little bit of Yiddish. And since then, we have done a whole series of concerts and programs and readings and festivals. YI Love Jewish is the organization which I founded with my mother 5 years ago. And we recently did a virtual international festival. 7 days, 44 events, 189 performers from 9 countries. Grammy winners, Tony Award winners, unbelievable programming, and over 170,000 people watched our programs. And so we decided to talk to the JCCs and see if we could work out something where we could bring our entertainment directly into your home. And so that's why we're here. And it's beautiful. And I hope you're all being careful. I hope you're all wearing your masks, washing your hands, socially distancing. But we are here to bring you some love, some Yiddish love. And so many of the Yiddish songs, and especially this next one, are all about love. And so I love that Yiddish has so much love. This next song is called Shein wie die Levone, which means as beautiful as the moon. And for those of you who don't know the words, let me explain, translate. You are as beautiful as the moon, as radiant as the sun. You are sent from heaven as a gift to me. I won good fortune when I found you. You're as beautiful as 1,000 suns. You have made my heart rejoice. Your little teeth are like little pearls. Your beautiful eyes, your charming, flirting, your hair, all of you attracted me. You are as beautiful as the moon. Shein wie die Levone.
Wie die Sterne fin Himmel am Madonne bist du mir zugeschickt. Mein Glück hab ich gewinnen, wenn ich hab dich gewinnen. Die scheinst wie 1000 Sinnen, hast du mein Herz vergräbt. Deine $10 weiße Perlach mit deine Schände, deine Händalach, deine Herrlach hat mich zugezogen, Shein wie die Levone, lichtig wie die Sterne, fin Himmel am Madonne bist du mir zugeschickt. ob dir gefielen, scheint wie tausend Sinnen, hast du mein Herz beglückt. Deine Zähne nach weiße Perla, mit deiner schönen Augen, deine Hände, deine Herla, zu der Zeugen, wie die Leone, lichtig wie die Sterne, wenn Himmel am Madonna, bist du mir Ziege, bist du mir Ziege, Ziege
Gorgeous. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh, everybody out there I know is applauding in your homes. You're having a good time. Before we go into our final number, I just want to take a moment to thank several people. Justin on sound and Josier, our technical maven, Mark, our director and videographer, and of course our incredible stage manager and executive director, Amy London. This band is magnificent, and I'd like to introduce all the musicians here. Aaron Kula is a friend who has been performing for many, many years. And his company is called the Klezmer Company Jazz Orchestra. Aaron, you want to tell them what you have coming up? I know you have
that'd be
quite
great.
a few things.
So we have on December 14th, we'll be streaming right from here, from the same stage, from the same room at the Levis JCC. We're going to have a program called the Klezmer Company Jazz Orchestra is going to perform Hanukkah in Jazz Time. And we're going to actually feature two jazz singers, Lisanne Lyons and Janiyah Hardin, along with 9 members of the Klezmer Company Jazz Orchestra. And we'll be playing jazzed up Hanukkah tunes, as well as some very famous songs by Jewish composers who wrote for the Christmas holiday. They're not Christmas songs, but they're holiday season songs written by Irving Berlin and Julie Stein. You may know some of these Jewish composers.
The greatest Christmas songs were written by Jews.
Absolutely, and they became part of the American culture. So
Yes.
we're going to be showing how Jewish composers influenced America in Hanukkah, in jazz time. And actually, we'll have a special guest who's related to me, Rabbi Erwin Kula from New York City, who will be sharing some words of wisdom.
Wonderful. And you can all find those as well at your JCCs. Our YI Love Jewish is planning a whole year of programming, so make sure you go to our website, yilovejewish.org. Our next big festival, or little mini festival actually, is a Hanukkah mini festival, YI Love Yiddish Fest, Hanukkah Edition 2020. Go to our website, you'll find out more. It starts December 11th, 12th, 13th, and on the 14th, we will also be featuring Aaron Kula's wonderful program as part of our festival as well. And so we're very excited that we have been finding our way in the new world, this challenging time. And so we are finding more innovative ways with classes and programs and concerts and festivals to come into your home and share our love of Yiddishkeit with you. Aaron knows I actually taught a course at the University of Miami called Yiddish, the Foundation of Modern Culture. And it's exactly about the fact that when you go back and look at all of our modern culture, you can find roots back into that wonderful world of the Yiddish immigrants who came to this country from the 1880s to the 1940s and 50s and enriched American and world culture so much. So we are going to, let me introduce our musicians very quickly. We have Gary Thomas on the bass, Phil Hinton on the piano, Jose Guedes on the violin, the great maestro Aaron Kula. For those of you who may not realize by now, my name is Avi Hoffman. And we are going to end with a very, very famous song that indeed is one of those examples of a song that became mainstream American culture. It was sung by probably every great singer in America, Jew, non-Jew. You all know it. You're welcome to sing along at home. It's called Bei mir bist du schön. Ich will dir sagen, dir gleich zu hören, als du sollst mir Liebe erklären. Und wenn du redst mit Augen, wollt ich mit dir geflogen, wie du willst, sag mich nicht. Und wenn du hast, ein bisschen Sechel, und wenn du weißt, dein Kind ist Schmechel, und nie bist du wild wie ein Indianer, bist du viel ein Galizianer, so geht, du sagst mich nicht. 1, 2, 3, bei mir bist du schön, bei mir hast du kein, bei mir bist die eine auf der Welt. Bei mir bist du Kind, bei mir hast du It, bei mir bist du Teile von Geld. Viel schöne Mädchen hab ich schon gewollt, nehmen mir und von sie alle ausgegriffen. Ob ich doch dich, bei mir bist du schön, bei mir hast du kein, bei mir bist die eine auf der Welt. Take it away, boys! Thomas on the bass, Jose Guedes on the violin, the flying fingers of Phil Hinton on the piano, Maestro Aaron Kula on the accordion, and I am your host for the evening, Avi Hoffman. Thank you so much for joining us for Klezmer in Quarantine Yiddish Tangos. Stay safe, please, all of you out there. Stay safe, and wir wollen sich sehen, was giche. We'll see you very soon. Thank you.